Let's begin by standing up and swinging our arms. We have an interesting warm-up that we'll get to in just a sec. I just want to get some inaugural movement, some initial movement happening before we get into this big string of one and done core movements for our workout, or our warm-up, I should say. And then we have a core workout, and then we have a lovely little AMRAP to round things out, finish off with. Let's go ahead and take this to a little bit of a pat on the back. We did it, 2021. Pat yourself on the back here a little bit. One arm goes on top and then the other one does the same. Oh gosh, we're so amazing. Hopefully you've started some music, or maybe you're trying to do your workout as quietly as possible. These are both good options. Oh, let's do one more each side. And then let's just stand up nice and tall. Just roll the shoulders back a few times. Let's just do a little bit of a high knee march. So feet will start together, end together. We're just going to do a little high knee march, feeling what it takes to sort of balance side to side with some hip and knee flexion. And for fun, let's go ahead and add opposite reach. And we shall tarry no longer, and we shall get right into this slew of things that Jarek has written for us to do this morning. Let's just go ahead and do a little sidestep wrist roll, because we are going to be on have the possibility of plank and a few other things that may feel a little gnarly on your wrist first thing in the morning. Yes, get some yawns out. Switch directions with your wrists here. And just for the heck of it, let's do Tiger Claw. Yeah, roar if you need to. Switch directions once again. All right, let's just go back to that easy arm swing. So we have a slew of movements that we're just going to do once, not just once. We're going to do a few reps of them, but we're not going to do multiple rounds. We're just going to see one, do it, move on. So we're just going to do all this together. We're going to start with plank walkouts. We're going to do 5 plank walkouts. What that's possibly going to look like is a plank where you're walking out past stacked a little bit and then coming back so that the wrists are right under your shoulders. You can do this elevated on something. You don't have to walk out very far. You could also do it on a wall. So you're just walking up the wall a little bit, walking back down. So let's go for 5 of those. If you've already done 1 or 2, great. Walk out, hold for a beat, walk back in. Of course, you can do these on knees as well. I'm going to call this one 4 for me. You do not have to do the same number of all of these. Then we're going to go into bridges, just some basic glute bridges. Draw the heels in. We're going to do 10 of these, 10 glute bridges, nice and tight through the center first. Shrink wrap the core around the spine. Try to lead with the tailbone curling up just slightly for 10 glute bridges. Nice big squeeze at the top. And then we're going to go into 5 hamstring walkouts. So I like to take my feet a little bit closer together so they're almost touching. And then I'm walking out on my heels, out to something like a butt plank. You don't have to get that far up, but you can. Even if you just take a couple steps out and then come back, trying to hold the glutes nice and tight so that your hips stay relatively neutral is a good goal. 5 of those. I'm going to call that 4 for me. And then we're gonna come back over front side and do 10 down to up dogs. So what that can look like is full down dog. You can even chaturanga yourself through to an up dog. An up dog is just like this cobra, but we're remaining either tucked in our toes or on the tops of our feet. If you want to flip that every time you can, you could do this from knees as well, coming to like a plank on knees to like a child's pose. You could also do this elevated. So 10 times down dog through to up dog. Don't know where it's coming from. Ooh, nice, nice. Beautiful. Butt gets nice and tight on that up dog, making sure we're not collapsing through the lower back, but rather trying to stay as lengthened as possible as we come through for 10 of those. And we've got a little bit of an animal series here. We've done our 10 down dogs to up dogs, and then we're gonna get into some cat cow. So going hands and knees, arching, extending. Again, trying to think about staying long throughout here rather than collapsing too much through the spine. 10 of these. Yes. If being on hands and knees is not great for you, you can always do these hands on knees, still getting a nice full range of motion through the spine, tucking the chin as we lift, extending through the top of the head, neck goes long. As we arch, they're both arches. I don't know, nice. Good range of motion, you guys. I'm gonna call this 8 for me. Continuing with our animal series here, we're gonna get into bird dog. So bird dog, same position, starting, stretching out long. We wanna be really strong through the middle of the body, not allowing a bend to come into the back, but rather keeping just a little bit like a hollow body feeling with that navel as squeezed in around the spine as possible. We're doing 10 bird dogs. If you want to move nice and slowly, just do 5 on each side. If you want to move a little bit more quickly, go for 10 total. Stretching out long, chin is tucked back up towards the neck, lengthening tailbone out through the top of the head. Nice. I'm going to call this 1 more each side for me. Continuing with the animal theme, we are going into dead bugs, which are so much harder than we think they are. So I'm going to try to get my core really engaged, pressing my low back down. So I come into this sort of little hollow body position. So just my mid to low back are touching. And then I'm stacked knees over hips, hands over shoulders, stretching out as long as I care to go on one side, then the other. Again, take these nice and slow, remaining in relative contact with that low back to the floor, or at least having pressure squeezing in and protecting your low back during the movement is much more important than how far you go. Ooh, so if you want to do a toe tap instead of an extension, great. Five each side here, unless you're like really a very twitchy dead bug and you're really struggling. You're a not quite dead bug. I'm on my last each side here. Oh, and then we're going to round out our animal series with some seal jacks. So we got to get up for this one. I like to call this a seal jack, where I'm just doing a crisscross and a step. That might be a nice place to start. If you want to hop in, clap, hop out wide. You can do singles. We're going for 30 of these. So take it nice and slow, especially on your first ones. And then at around halfway through those 30, if you want to pick up the pace, do some hopping, great. We're going for a full open chest, squeezing things towards the midline, remaining nice and tall. Nice. Excellent. 30 of those. And then no more animals, just exercise. 10 push-ups. 10 push-ups. So you got some wall push-ups if you want them. Go for full range of motion. Elevate it if you want it. It's just 10. Take your time. Make them feel hard. Yes. Oh, we did it. We did it. Now we get into our workout, which is 3 rounds, 60 seconds each of 3 core movements. So now we get to see something a few times. We're going to get right into this. There is some rest built in. I'm going to set my thingamajigger here. Oh, it's already set for me. My gosh, amazing. We're going to start with reverse plank knee drive. So this is a good reverse plank. If you have something to be elevated on, this allows me to be nice and straight through my whole body, nice and lengthened, toes up to the top of my head. The knee drive is going to look like this here. You could imagine if I, in the immortal words of Little John, take it to the floor, how that's going to look. I just can't stop saying that. It's so funny to me. It's going to look like this. We're going to do 60 seconds of that. Start somewhere that feels comfortable, because this is an uncomfortable position to hold, especially for 60 seconds. On your marks. One moment. Get set. Oh, we've got a few seconds here. Let's just say go. Start when you're ready. Reverse plank. If that reverse plank is not working for your wrists or shoulders, you can do a bridge with a knee drive, but spoiler alert, we're going to do a bridge variation next. So you could even do just some hold in this sort of position, which might be only moderately discomforting, uncomfortable, and do some little raises there. Take breaks. So anytime you need to, give your shoulders a little rest, give your wrists a little rest, and then come back to it. We are about halfway. Trying to keep that lengthened position. I personally like to tuck my chin into my chest a little bit to bend my neck rather than try to keep my neck perfectly in line for this. Just feels like it helps me to not have so much pressure on my neck. Chest open, shoulders down. We are going to a bridge twist in 3, 2, 1. So we're going to press up into our bridge. Just holding there might be all you need. I'm going to go a little bit wide with my feet. And then my bridge twist is just taking my hands up like this, lifting one shoulder blade, setting it down, lifting the other shoulder blade, setting it down. You can take this a little bit more extreme by trying to go farther up onto one shoulder, but it doesn't need to be super extreme to be effective. Again, feet wide will sort of make it feel a little bit more stable than feet real close together. Might give you a little bit more power. Nice and tight through the middle of the body, really shrink wrapping in around the spine here. Lift, release. We're going to go into some side plank holds for our last movement. So first side plank, coming up in 2, 1, here we go, side plank. You can be on the sides of your feet. You can be on the knee with that foot going straight back from the knee. Heck, you can be on your hip and just thinking about tailbone out to the top of the head nice and long. If you want more, you can bring that hand to your hip and then reach overhead for a little break. Other side in 3, 2, 1. Quick switch if you can. Neck long, shoulders squeezed down the back. Butt tight, front tight. Yes, beautiful, beautiful. We're almost there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's rest. Take a drink, take a breath. Take a drink of oxygen. While I make sure everyone's signed in, signed up. Oopsie. Jeez. Here we are halfway through the break. I don't want you guys to get that weird email with the dog. There's something so wrong with my headset today. I don't know what it is. It's all right. I can still hear a little bit of music. It's good. Y'all ready for round 2? Excellent. Let's do it. Reverse plank knee drive. Elevate it if you like. 2, 1. Go for it. Chest nice and open, shoulder blades, squeeze back and down. Nice and long, at least from the tailbone to the top of the head, but hopefully also from your heels out to the top of the head. Nice, all right, looking good. Just about halfway. Nice, Elizabeth. Beth, Nate, I know you. You're crushing it. Bridge twist coming up next. Again, take little breaks. It is not expected of you to hold a reverse plank for a minute. That's too much. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say it is too much. Bridge in 3, 2, 1. Squeeze in first with the navel, then up with the butt, then add those little twists. Halfway. Again, feel free to reset anytime you need to. Main thing is that that middle of the body stays squeezed in around the low back, and we don't allow the arch to creep into the low back. Side planks, maybe start on the other side this time. Transition as quickly as you can in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh yeah. Marit, I see that you were amazed by my lightning fast movement. Yes, I'm like a wild boar, seemingly slow and pendulous, but deceptively fast when need be. Other side in 3, 2, 1. Not quite as fast. Oh my gosh, Marit, you are a blur of motion. A blur. Nice. Nice, everyone. Stay strong here. Keep breathing. Stretch long. Neck long. Four, 3, 2, 1. Let's take another break. I'm gonna get you guys started warming up for what is to come. We've got 30 swings, Russian swings with a weight if you got one. Maybe do some air swings here. I like a nice wide stance to make sure I have room for that sandbag or dumbbell or kettlebell if you got it. That's gonna be very similar to what we're gonna do 20 of, which is touchdown jacks. touch in the middle, hop in, hop out, touch in the middle, hop in, hop out. Very similar muscles worked in both of those. And then we're gonna do 10 push-ups. We're gonna do that on repeat for 11 minutes. So yeah, a little push-pull with the arms, be nice. Just warming up in that wide leg position a little bit would be nice. But we don't have a lot of time for that because we got round 3 coming right up. Reverse plank and knee drive. Going in 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse plank. Add some knee drive. Turn it on, turn it off. The thing that really helps me with this one is really thinking those shoulders down and back, open through the chest. This is a wrist and shoulder range of motion challenge halfway. Nice work, everybody. Ooh, getting close. 10 seconds. Yeah, a minute of this is definitely enough. It's enough. Going to bridge in 4, 3, 2, 1. Bridge and twist. I feel like you might get a nice rhomboid massage from this twisting. A nice, getting our subscapularis. What? Oh man, I can't remember any of the rotator muscles right now. We're about halfway. Subscapularis, no, that's not what I'm thinking of. Yeah, I'll get back to you on those. Rhomboids, we got rhomboids. Side plank holds coming up in 15. FTW. 4, 3, 2, 1. Quick as you can. Yes, nice, beautiful. Nice, Elizabeth. Nice, Nate. See your hand up there. Good form. Yes. Yes, good. Good reps, Nate. Halfway in 3, 2, other side, go. Oh, yes, beautiful. Beautifully done. Almost there, nice and tight. Squeeze in while you stretch long. Almost there, friends. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah, nice. All right. Russian swings, touchdown jacks coming up, push-ups also in there. Do some of this stuff with your chest muscles, shoulders. Do some of this stuff. Play around with a weight for a moment. If you have a weight that is a sandbag, figure out how you want to hold those handles to make this swing motion feel really nice. Play around if you have a dumbbell or 2 dumbbells. I don't know what it feels like to swing 2 dumbbells, but you're gonna find out. If that's what you're gonna do, I want you to figure out what that's gonna be like. How wide does your stance have to be to keep those weights in pretty close and get a nice hinge coming just up to shoulder height. So we have 30 swings, 20 touchdown jacks. I know I've seen you all swing before, so let's do some of those touchdown jacks. It's a wide stance. I like to start wide with my hands, and I'm reaching straight down between my feet. If I get to the floor, great. If you don't get to the floor, great. And then stand up. You don't have to jump in and out. You can just reach to the floor and then stand up. This makes it a little bit more like a sumo squat than like that swing, because we are getting a fair amount of knee bend. If you want, hop in, hop out. You could also do a step in step out. That one always confuses me, which arm should be going down on those. Start from narrow. Oh yeah, that feels somewhat better. Yeah, these are great options. And then 10 push-ups. If you want to do your elevated push-ups, great. If you want to do your negative and then worm back up, great. We're not in any huge hurry here. 11 minutes. AMRAP. As many rounds and reps as pleases you. We're just going to count it down. Any questions? Beeping, yeah. Any questions? Oh my gosh, Gloria Stefan, Conga just came on for me. I wish I could have that come on for you as well, but unfortunately, can't share in that today. We're going 11 minutes, 30 swings, 20 touchdown jacks, starting in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Nice fast swings. Power through the hips. Right into those touchdown jacks. Again, feet wide, reach to the middle, hop in, hop out, other hand touches down. 20 touchdown jacks. Hop or no hop. Right into our 10 push-ups. Yes, beautiful, everyone. Looking good. Nice. Go for fullest range of motion possible on your push-ups. Elevate if you need to. Work that negative if you need to. Nice, Nate, right back into it, beautiful. Nice, Mart. Good speed. Nice, Beth. Yes. Good work, looking good. Nice, Elizabeth. Way to challenge yourself to those push-ups. Yes, beautiful transitions, everyone. Keeping it moving. Nice, Mart. Nice, smooth movement. Nice, Beth. Good pace. Good range of motion. Nice, Elizabeth. Yes, good depth, Elizabeth. Nice pace. Nice, Mara. Way to take it all the way to the floor. Ooh, yeah, Nate. Nice, Elizabeth. Really strong on those push-ups. Nice, Beth. Way to get right back to it. 7 minutes remaining. 7 out of 11. Nice, you guys. Nice strong swings, Marit. Nice strong swing. Elizabeth. Nice, Beth. Good speed right back into those jacks. Nice, Nate. Good pace. Keep it going. We are halfway here, halfway through our workout. Nice, Nate. Beautiful. Nice, Marit. Woo. Those swings just take as long as they take. This is kind of a swing workout here. Looking good, everyone. Gotta go. Okay. Nice work, Elizabeth. Have a great rest of your day. Baby's awake. 4 minutes remaining for the rest of us here, though. Nice. Beautiful. Way to get that depth. Great pace, Beth. Great pace, Nate. Yes. Nice, Marit. Beth, way to work hard on those push-ups. The swings. Nice, looking good. Looking good. 2 minutes remaining. Yes. Nice, Marit. Nice, Beth. Nate, I know you are banging those push-ups out. Woo! Yes, Nate. Go. 90 seconds. Can you finish another round? Can you finish another round? The answer is maybe. Maybe. Woo. 20 seconds. Finish strong here. Seven. You got it, Nate. Finish strong. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes. 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 Nicely done. Woo. Woo-hoo. Yes. Beautifully done. All right. We are essentially right at time. If you do have to go, feel free to sign off, unmute yourself. And like John Mayer, say what you need to say. Is that John Mayer? I don't know. It's a shot in the dark. You're like, I don't listen to Cities 97, so I have no idea what you're talking about. Cool, cool. Here's some mobility for you. So I was noticing after having some trouble with my own adductors, A-D, D as in dog, adductors, these guys, which pull my knee back towards my center line, being tight in my lunges and trying to smash these, but not having the best of luck, I noticed whilst in pigeon pose one day that they were just laid out before me like a banquet of mobility. They're just there for me. This is not pigeon, by the way. I'm just sort of showing what this looks like. So you could do this just in this position to really take that hip flexor stretch off the back. Or you could do this more in like a full pigeon, which will then be like quadruple duty. Pigeon is so good. And now, look what we can do. I have this amazing mobility utensil right here. It's just a bony blade. Oh yeah, a bony blade. And I can just rock that bony blade right across those tight adductors. See, yes. All right, you're doing it. You feel it already. You're like, oh, what is this amazing feeling? You can go a little scrub up and down like you're stropping your straight razor. You're about to cut a mighty beard. So this should feel horrible. Yeah? Yeah, you could also get the elbow in there and do some like little circles, some little easy sort of press release. It's just laid out there for you. So you've got the sort of innermost side of the quad. Then you have several sort of smaller muscles that kind of come through this area. And then you have that inner edge of the hamstrings as well. All of that stuff just gets brutally tight, and that can be a culprit in lots of things. So if those are tight, that can actually keep us from being able to internally rotate. Keep going, I'm just demonstrating things. So you want to spend like 3 to 5 minutes on the side doing this. So that can really make things tight when you go to extend that hip into like a lunge or running or whatever, it's going to want to just drag those into that position. Having the toes out really sort of gets away from some of that hip flexor. It also sort of takes some of those off stretch. But then also, when we're going into our squat, that can be what's pulling our knees in, and then we have to work just super hard to get those out, especially in a wider squat. If these are tight, they're going to sort of pull that in. Make our toes want to sort of turn out. So just hang here for a little while. Just being in your pigeon pose and doing something here. If you had a lacrosse ball, you could hold that on there. If it's all just too much, just hanging out here and just doing a little bit of this seesaw with your bone saw. Seesaw with your bone saw. Scrubbing, tipping. All right, I have to move on soon, so I'm going to do a little on my other side so I'm even seized. But a vision for you would be spend 5 minutes on each side smashing, and then spend some time in your frog stretch. That would be a good way to sort of incorporate this. You could also do like a middle split or a straddle and forward fold. That would be another good way to sort of lengthen the muscles that you are smashing. I personally like frog stretch for a lot of reasons. It's easy to be a little bit more active in your frog stretch than it is in like a middle split. So from this position, sort of starting my frog stretch, again, keep smashing if you have the time to do some smashing. So from here, I can actually squeeze my knees into the floor, which feels not great from a skin position, but I'm activating those adductors, and I can take that deep breath into my hips. And then when I release my breath, I can allow those to then relax. If you're wearing pants or on a rug or something, it's going to feel a lot nicer than it does on this hard rubberized floor. But that active contraction and then relaxing cycle will just sort of help you to claim that space a little bit better than just hanging out in a more passive stretch. That's it, friends. Nicely done, nicely done. So happy to bring the new year in back to fitness for myself and maybe for you. You guys have probably been working out all week already. Yeah,